everyone, welcome to our daily devotion. So, I have a question for you today. Have you ever been angry with somebody or been in an argument? Although we're not supposed to be arguing right now. But, you get so angry with them. And you might have heated words, and one thing leads to another, and you're saying things that you shouldn't and that you really don't mean. You're saying them out of anger. Yeah. My brother and I have some of those arguments once in a while. And I started to remember something. This is what, simple too, it's something that I use with the kids. When you're angry and upset with somebody, stop in the middle and ask yourself, what's one thing I like about this person? Well, for me, I left church in a huff Sunday because my brother made me so mad. And on the way home, by the time I got home, I was cooled down already because I had to stop and think. This is my brother. I love him. What's one thing I like about him? He's always got my back. It doesn't matter how many times we argue, fuss, or fight. If I need him, he's there. So I can depend on him when push comes to shove. But here's the thing. When we start thinking about one thing we like about a person, it diffuses the anger. Because you can't be angry with somebody and think about them in a positive way. You can't be angry and while you're saying things that you like about this person. And Paul must have known that when he wrote to the people in Colossians. He wrote in Colossians 3:15, "Let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts, since as members of one body you were called to peace, and be thankful." So we need to let the peace of Christ rule in our hearts. Think of one thing about a person that we really like when we're upset with them, and then be thankful for them. I guarantee you won't stay angry. It's impossible. See, anger and thankfulness don't live in the same place. When we think about peace, I know lots of paintings were painted about peace. We think about this lake, this gentle lake, and the trees, and the quietness and the stillness of the moment, and we think that's peace. But that's not really the peace that God's talking about. The peace that He's talking about is at the ending of conflict, of strife. It's that blessed relief that comes when the situation is over, or conflict is over. The person that you're angry with right now, isn't there one thing that you can say that you like about them? I know people that are holding on to anger, and I watch them every day. They're sick. They're not happy. They're just not on together. And it's because they're hanging on so tight about that anger. But if you just think about one thing that you truly like about that person, and it might take a minute to come up with something, but do it. Because when you do it, your anger will start to subside. So I encourage you today, if you're angry with somebody, try to think of one thing you like about that person. And remember Colossians 3:15. Let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts, since as members of one body you were called to peace. And then be thankful. Think of one thing that you like about somebody and be thankful for them. Thank you, my friends, for joining me today. I hope you all have a beautiful, blessed day. Please remember those in our prayer list. Talk to you soon. God bless.